Know the karma laws and achieve goals faster. The 13 karma laws. I do apologise if you can hear the builders. I've tried to block them out and move the microphone closer. I think you might just pick it up a little bit, so I do apologise for that. So we'll get straight into it. Number 1, the Great Law. Now, if you know anything about the 12 laws of the universe, this law is the same as the law of cause and effect. So in order to get the things or the people we want, we must also embody those things. So whatever you give out, you will receive. If you want wealth and abundance, be generous. And if you want to have an honest relationship, then you need to offer honesty to the people you care about too. We are all mirror reflections of each other. We attract what we are, and we get back what we give. The Great Law is the same as the law of cause and effect. As you sow, so you shall reap. Every single action in the universe produces a reaction no matter what, even minute thoughts. This also works with negative, so always be mindful of your thoughts. Whatever thoughts you put out, you get back. If you want love, then you have to embody those traits that you require in a partner. If you want abundance, be generous with money and develop a great relationship with money. And if you want friendship, show your friends loyalty. Support them and tell them that you care about them and treat others how you want to be treated. How we can work with the Great Law. So, you could write a list of all the traits you want in a friendship or relationship. And do you have those traits? Is there anything that you can work on and change? Ask yourself those questions. Give to charities and donate clothes and items you don't need. Think about your thought process on the types of people that you attract. So if you say, oh, I only attract toxic men, or I only attract toxic women, well, then that's what's going to happen. Think about what you're saying about the people you have in your life. Think about your thought process on money. Never say things like, I'm skint, I'm broke, I don't have any money. Change it to, I don't have spare cash for that right now. Or, I'm working on my finances right now. And the best one would be, the universe doesn't care about your desires. The universe goes off vibrations. So raise your frequency high. To attract love, we need to be in that vibration. So what I do is I listen to 528 Hertz, because 528 Hertz is the love frequency. And then you can do self-love meditations, and you could write yourself a love letter, which I will include a slide on this lecture to tell you how to do a love letter. So this is how you write yourself a love letter. This is just an example. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You can do it however you want. You just need to remind yourself how great you are. So write down all your beautiful qualities, the things that you do that you like about yourself, your talents, big or small, your positive memories, the times when you put a smile on someone's face and made someone's day with your kindness. Write your positive traits and positive words that other people have said about you. Keep it somewhere, and when you feel low, read it. And this will be a reminder that you are not your mistakes and you have so much beauty in you. Excuse me. So here is an example. Dear self, I know you struggle sometimes, but in case I don't tell you enough, you are beautiful. Thank you for being so strong and transparent. The world sees you even when you feel invisible. I appreciate your heart and your stubbornness. Your willingness to love even after being discarded and forgotten is admirable. I'm so proud to know that you have grown to acknowledge your worth with love. Self. And affirmations that go with the Great Law. So I need to take a deep breath in and relax your mind and repeat after me. My heart is prepared to receive love. I am giving and I am open to receive. Every day, love comes to me in abundance. I am learning to love myself more each day. I treat others the way I want to be treated. Money is the root of joy and comfort. Okay, I'll see you in the next lecture. The law of creation. The law of creation is the need to take action in our lives in order to get what we desire. We can't just visualize and then just wait for it to manifest. We need to surround ourselves with what we desire, so we need to look at our environments. There is a book by Stephen Tracy Webster called The Law of Creation, and it's the science between manifesting your desires, and that will explain it a little bit more in detail. But the law of creation is basically about taking action. Learning how to take action without expectation and trusting the universe without having the attachment to what it is that you desire. The law of creation reminds us the importance that life doesn't just happen to us. To make things happen in your life, you need to take action instead of waiting for something to just magically land on your lap. You are the co-creator of what you desire based on your intentions. So how you can work with the law of creation. Ask yourself, is there anything I need to release so that you can create space for what it is that you desire? So for example, like if you are doing the same thing every day, seeing the same people, going to the same job, living in the same house, the same partner, the same friends, the same cycle, you're in a little bit of a cycle. So if you feel that you're in a cycle, in order to change the cycle, you need to just change one little thing bit by bit in order to change the cycle up. So is there anything that you think, right, in order to make room for what it is that I desire, I need to release something? Consider how you use your skills, strengths and talents. Do they benefit you? Do they benefit others? Take action, but don't keep checking your seeds to see if they have grown, because that just gives off the vibration of lack. And if you give off a vibration of lack, you are not trusting the universe. Write a tick list of what you desire, including what you have to do to get there. Example, if you want to drive, but first you need to practice, you need to learn the signs, and you need to pass your theory before you take your test. So put them on a tick list in order. So pass driving test, these are the things that you need to do in order to get there. Instead of just putting pass driving test on your list of desires, these are also desires because you need to do these in order to get there. But when we go down to law 7 and we talk about the law of focus, I'll explain this in more detail, and I will give you an NLP technique on how to do your goals one by one and in order, and that way you will achieve them so much faster. Affirmations that coincide with the law of creation. So take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and relax your mind. And repeat after me. I trust the universe. I enjoy taking action and getting things done. I take action daily. I take action and achieve my goals. I am open to receive. I do not procrastinate. I am committed to learn how to do it. Okay, I'll see you in the next lecture. The law of humility. This rule is that you need to accept the true reality of something before you'll ever be able to change it. If you constantly blame others for things that you created, then you're out of step with reality. And then this will then make it difficult to make the shifts that you need to grow. So in order to make the most of this law, consistent self-reflection is needed. You must be humble enough to accept that your current reality is a result of your past actions. Humility is in fact one of the most powerful and important qualities to develop. Being humble helps to build trust and facilitates learning, which are key aspects for personal development and leadership. Also understanding that everybody operates from their subconscious and inner self. So it's not about being angry that someone doesn't think the way you do, because that's not fair. We are all programmed differently. So if you see anyone who disagrees with you as an enemy or only focusing on their negative traits, then you are not acting from higher consciousness. You're not understanding that we are all developed and programmed differently. How you can work with the law of humility. Constant self-reflection is needed. Learn Ho'oponopono, which is, I am actually a Ho'oponopono practitioner, and it is the Hawaiian art of forgiveness. And what that does is it wipes your subconscious clean so that you can operate from a higher self before your subconscious was programmed from previous life experiences. So it basically kind of like rewires you back to zero. It also helps you understand that how everybody works and that you can't all like think the same and act the same. We're all acting from subconscious programming, triggers, emotions, and not one of us is the same. Also, instead of trying to get other people to understand you understand them. Understand why they act the way they do, why they do the things, all about how they was raised as children, and the programming and the triggers, and if anything negative that has happened in their life and something triggers them. It's about understanding that we all have them. And don't just blame others when something goes wrong. So if something goes wrong, think about the lesson in whatever negative situation happened and try to find the blessing, and then figure out how you can change your perception for future situations like the one that you've just dealt with. And affirmations to go with the law of humility. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And repeat after me. I accept myself. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I listen to others. I cannot change the past, but I can change my future. I take responsibility for my past experiences. I don't blame others for where I am. And just to add, this one, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. That is actually the Ho'oponopono prayer / mantra, whichever one you want to call it. Okay, I'll see you in the next one, guys. 4. The law of growth. You need to expect a change of yourself before you expect it of the world around you, or the people in the world around you. You have the power and you are in control of yourself. This is how the universe responds to you. So focus on your development before trying to change or control others. Everybody runs their own race in their own time. It's about staying in your own lane and concentrating on your own growth. When we change ourselves, the world around us changes also, because we attract what we are vibrationally. You have to accept that if you are changing, then the people around you might not vibrationally align with you also. The law of growth also looks at the things you can't control and how you deal with accepting this fate. Overall, your main focus should be on you, not trying to control the things or the people around you. All we are given is ourselves. That is the only thing you have control over. When we change what and who we are within our hearts, our lives will follow suit and change with you. How you can work with the law of growth. Understand that we can't vibrationally align with everyone all the time, and that we can't change other people's thought processes. We are all wired differently. So if people disappear out of your life, it's time to accept that that is needed for change, and it doesn't mean that they're gone forever. People come in and out of my life, and I remember first waking up on my spiritual journey and just feeling so alone. But now, anybody that I did lose back then are now in my life now. And it's just, I now realise that they had to go at that time so that I was left with my own thoughts. So if that does happen to you, just remember that it's not forever and that it is literally vibrational, not personal. So focus on your development, let others come to their own conclusions of life. Write a list of what you need to change and what you need to release to make room for that change. Accept that growth does not stop and there is always ways to improve. Affirmations to coincide with the law of growth. Deep breath in, out through the mouth, and repeat after me. Today is a new day. I will make good choices. I keep going until I am proud of myself. Growth happens when I go outside my comfort zone. I cannot change others, only myself. I can't control what people do, only how I react to them. I accept what is out of my control. See you in the next one. The law of responsibility. It's helpful to remember that you are the source of what happens throughout your journey. What is happening around you is a mirror of what is happening within you. This karmic law aims to teach you that you should be owning the bad and the good things that you create, rather than looking outside yourself to find excuses. This law reminds us that we are at one with the universe and everything isn't happening to you, it's happening for you. It's about not putting yourself in victim mode and saying things like, why me? Or why does this always happen to me? We are mirror reflections of what we are feeling inside, and people around us will treat us as such. This law eliminates the opportunity for you to look outward and find the cause of all your problems. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can take responsibility for how you respond to those things. So how you can work with the law of responsibility. Don't make excuses and deal with the bad. Find the lesson and blessing in everything. Set boundaries. Boundaries is crucial for growth and development. Boundaries not only teach others how to respect you, but it will also open your eyes to who is meant for you. So if you set boundaries and you stick to them with no exceptions, then if people try to overstep them, then they do not respect you. But if you let things slide and don't set boundaries, then you've got to take responsibility for allowing this to happen. Reword how you say things. For example, I only attract toxic people. Change it to I attract amazing people who are for my highest good. And do some inner work and some shadow work. If we are attracting toxic people or situations, then those things are inside us somewhere and need healing. The more healed we are, the more we will attract healed people and abundant situations. The Law of Responsibility Affirmations. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Allow the words to go in. And repeat after me. I take responsibility for my actions. My life is my responsibility. I recognize that my successes and failures are of my own causing. My happiness is my responsibility. I take responsibility for who I am. I own my choices and their outcomes. Thank you. See you in the next one. The Law of Connection. The Law of Connection emphasizes the interconnected nature of the past, present, and future, and reminds us that our control over the future and the present can help us remove the bad energy from the past, in either this life or a previous life. This law asks us to take time to redress our karmic wrongs from the past. Who you are today is a result of your previous actions, and who you will be tomorrow will be a result of your actions today. This law also reminds us that our control over the future and present can help wipe out the bad energy from our past. This negative energy can be from our previous life or current life. All of this includes everything you have done and the people you have interacted with. How you can work with the Law of Connection. Ancestral healing. This will heal any negative energy passed down from ancestors by transforming toxic intergenerational patterns. And this will give you a brighter future and will help you embody ancestral blessings. Make peace with your past. Find the blessing and the lesson in all that has happened and do better next time. Give yourself permission to forgive yourself and forgive others. If you let go of the past, then it will not creep into your future. Shadow work. Doing shadow work will help you understand your triggers, which can prevent repeating past mistakes. This will also help you understand and forgive yourself and others more. And a good one would be to look up your birth chart. Your South Node is what kind of person you were in a past life, and your North Node is your mission in this life. So if you learn your North Node and your South Node, it'll help you understand a little bit more about your purpose in this time. And your South Node will explain what kind of person you was before that you've reincarnated as. It is an absolute mind blower. So when you don't necessarily need to know what time you was born to know your South Node, North Node, you could probably still get that. But if you do know what time you was born and you do your chart, I highly recommend that you do it on Cafe Astrology. It is the best one, and it's one that all the astrologers use. And the Law of Connection affirmations. So as you know, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Relax your mind and repeat after me. I willingly surrender my attachments to the past. I now choose to release all my hurt and resentment. I am free from the burdens of my past. I let go to create space for something better. The best is yet to come. I have control over my present and my future. Now the best is yet to come. That's what I say every morning when I wake up. It sets my intentions for the day. The best is yet to come. As soon as I open my eyes, before I can convince myself not to do my morning workout. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. The law of focus. Now this one is a difficult one for me because I have ADHD and it's more dominant in the inattentive side. So I have a very short attention span and I want to do loads of things at once and I never complete one task and then I go and start something else. So this one was difficult for me to master, which is why I did a video on YouTube and I'm going to add that in the resources, and it's basically it's an NLP technique and it's how to complete your goals step by step and in order to complete them faster rather than doing loads, rather than just doing one and then not completing it and then doing another and you're not putting all your energy into one thing and completing it. So this one was a difficult one for me, but I did it and I am really looking forward to sharing it with you. So the law of focus. According to the law of focus, you will do better in life if you follow a single thought and complete it, rather than have loads of thoughts and manifestations and try and do them all at once. Our minds are not equipped to follow multiple trains of thought. So if you have several important goals, try to follow them in a singular, ranked order and tick them off one by one. Energy flows where attention goes. So if you have loads of goals, then you're only giving each a fraction of your energy. Putting all your focus and energy into one goal at a time will actually help you achieve them much, much faster. This law is about learning to put your full energy into one goal instead of doing loads of goals at once. If you put your energy into one thing towards your goal each day, that's 1% towards the finish line. So if you do little bits towards loads of different goals, then it becomes scattered energy. And I am a scattered brain kind of person. And it will take you longer to achieve any of them. If you put all your energy into one manifestation, complete it, then move on to the next, then you won't be creating a resistance because you'll be too busy putting all your energy into the next manifestation to sit and wonder where it is or when it's coming. I call this the set and forget process. So you set it, you take action, you do all the things towards it, and then you forget and you move on to the next one. And then it will come in when the time is right. Otherwise, if you sat there thinking, well, where is it? I've done all the work. Then, like I say, you're not trusting the universe. Another lesson from this law is to focus on your higher values. Release what does not serve you. If you focus on your higher values, this way you won't be able to focus on lower emotions. Focusing on too many things at once will only slow you down. How you can work with the law of focus. NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming Technique, where you put all your goals in order to complete them faster. I will put the video in the resources. Reward yourself with every goal that you tick. Stay grounded and don't buy anything for yourself until you've completed one. So what I do is this course that I am now doing now, I told myself that I am not going to buy myself any new makeup, which I actually need because I've run out. I'm not buying myself any makeup until this is complete. It's like my brain then knows that I'm about to be rewarded for doing it, and it gives me that incentive to crack on with it. So write a list of what your higher values are and write next to it what is blocking them. Then figure out ways to release those blocks. What you could do is you could surrender them blocks to the new moon and be open to changes. So what I do is I write what I no longer want, what I want to surrender to the new moon, and I do a little bit of a ritual, and then I will burn it and send it on its way. You will be tested with your beliefs though, so make sure it's something you definitely want to give up. So if it's like an ex-boyfriend, for example, and you do that, he will turn up the next day. So you've got to be the universe will test you on your beliefs. And another thing you can do is get a diary and write one thing towards your goal a day. If you only have one thing to do in a day, then you won't be overwhelmed, and chances are you will complete it. But for example, say you had to tidy the kitchen. Don't just put tidy kitchen. Write all the things you need to do in the kitchen, like wash the pots, wipe the sides, mop the floor. And then as you're ticking them off, you will feel so much better that you're doing it. And the law of focus affirmations. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And repeat after me. Energy flows where attention goes. I release all blocks that don't match my higher values. I focus on one goal at a time. I am focused, persistent, and will never quit. I feed my spirit. I train my body. I focus my mind. The law of attraction is always working for me. Right, don't forget to look out on the resources where I can teach you an NLP technique, which will help you achieve your goals. See you in the next one, guys. The law of giving and hospitality. This law teaches you that if you believe a certain thing, then you will be called upon by the universe at some stage of your life to commit to that truth. This is the link between belief and practice. It encourages the importance of practice, and it encourages the importance of ensuring your actions reflect your beliefs. This is where the universe will test you. Now, you know what I was saying in the last lecture, where if you were surrendering something to the new moon, and this is your belief, right? You no longer want this thing, then the universe will test you to see if you mean it. If you tell people you have changed for whatever reason, the universe will put you in a position of past temptations to see if you really have changed. Or you say, I will never get back with my ex. The universe will put you in a situation where your ex is there to see if you mean it. If you stick to your word, the cycle will close and a new one will begin. It's about staying true to your beliefs and demonstrating your commitment to that truth. This law is about focusing on the link between belief and practice. Life gives us opportunities to put our learned lessons into practice. So how can you work with the law of giving and hospitality? Talk the talk and walk the walk. You must give in to the things you truly believe in. This will help you understand the importance of your actions. So when life gives you an opportunity for you to prove what you have told yourself and others, what you do with that opportunity will show you where you need to work on your character. If you stay true and don't repeat patterns, great. If you repeat the pattern, then you learn. Either way, you don't lose, so don't be hard on yourself. If it's fear that is stopping you from making that leap to change and follow your beliefs, then you need to understand that fear, ego, is only there to keep you safe. But if it can't kill you, then it's not a real fear. So in the resources, understanding fear. So I don't know if to put that in as a video or as a YouTube link. Right, I'll put a YouTube link of, I have done a lecture about fear, about understanding fear. I'm going to put that in the resources, so look out for that. And write a list of your top priority beliefs. Memorize what you have written and be prepared for the tests. Be mindful of them will help you stay true to them. And the Law of Giving and Hospitality affirmations. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Relax and repeat after me. I stay true to my beliefs. I learn my lessons and I end my negative cycles. I give to the things I believe in. I work on myself and my character. I practice my beliefs daily. I am committed to my truth. Okay, look out for the Understanding Fear lecture. And if not, I will see you in the next video. 9. The Law of Here and Now. Be present, be still. It's about truly living in the present moment. If you cling too hard to the past feelings, experiences and beliefs, you will always have one foot in the past. Likewise, if you focus on anxiety and greed, you will always have one foot in the future. Following this law means to remind yourself that the present is all you really have, and it's there to be fully engaged with and enjoyed. Now, being in the present moment with having ADHD is very difficult, which is why I made a video on how to be in the present moment, which I will add in the resources. Karma is connected to the idea of accepting the truth of reality. Embracing the present can only happen when you let go of negative behaviors and thoughts from the past. If you are too focused on past events, you will keep reliving them. If you are too focused on the future and the end goal, then you are not living in the now. It's about enjoying the journey also and just taking in each moment. Show gratitude for being alive today. Be grateful that you can see, smell, hear, feel and taste today, because your ancestors, they can't do that. So be grateful. Showing gratitude only brings more things to be grateful for anyway. How you can work with the law of here and now. Take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, and focus on something in the room, and then blink and say, I am here. Focus on your inner body. As long as you're alive, there will be no silence, because your body is always working. Your digestive system, your heartbeat. As long as you're alive and breathing, even if you was just in a cave and there was no electricity and nothing else around you, there will still be a sound to concentrate on, because you're alive. Mantras. Not only do mantras quiet the mind, but they rewire the subconscious as well. And the best one is, which it says in the video, and this is the one that blew my mind when I was learning, is if you wait for your next thought. So you sit and you think about that thought and go, oh, thank you. Let that thought go. And then say to yourself, I wonder what my next thought is going to be. And if you keep doing that, then you start being more mindful of your thoughts. The law of here and now. So we're going to do mantras today. Mantras, if you're not in the present moment and your mind decides to scatter off, and these mantras will keep you there. So with the mantras, it's not like an affirmation that you say once. The mantras are small and you say them repetitively. So I'm not going to do it like I normally do, but these are ones. So you would say, I am here, I am here, I am here. I am brave, I am brave, I am brave. I am focused, I am focused, I am focused. I am unique, I am unique, I am unique. I am worthy, I am worthy, I am worthy. I enjoy the journey, I enjoy the journey, I enjoy the journey. So if you ever need to be in the present moment and your mind is scattered, say these over and over again. And don't forget to look on the resources of my video on how to be in the present moment. Okay guys, I'll see you in the next lecture. Karma Law 10, the Law of Change. Connect the law of change with the message that the universe gives us what we need. So, you will find that history continuously repeats itself until you demonstrate that you have learned what you need to do in order to create a different future. If you find yourself stuck in a cycle, this is because there is something fundamental that has not yet been addressed. If things around you begin to change in sudden and dramatic ways, take this as a sign that you have recently taken significant steps in your growth. People fear change. It's the fear of the unknown. But change doesn't have to be so dramatic and big. It can be done in stages. I always say, small steps are better than no steps. And you know, like I said, even just doing one tiny thing towards your goal is 1% towards your goal. If you have the same job, same circle of friends, live with the same people and drink and eat at the same places, then you're in a cycle. And in order to change the cycle, the dynamic has to change somewhere. But it can start as something small, just like eating at a new place or reaching out to an old friend that you haven't seen in a while. Change gives you a new path so that you can create a new future, which makes space for you to create a better version of yourself. How you can work with the law of change. Free yourself from any patterns of the past. Write down your weekly or monthly routines and see what you can release. Learn your lessons from anything that seems to be on repeat, and it will not stop until you do. If loads of things around you start changing, even if they are negative, don't fear it, because it's a good sign that you have made changes. Just trust the universe. Remember that regret is stronger than failure. The longer you leave the loop to continue, the more regret you will feel when it's over. That feeling of, oh, why didn't I do it sooner? And don't feel failure or rejection, because rejection is momentary, but regret stays with you. So take action for change now. The Law of Change affirmations. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And repeat after me. I embrace change. Change is good for me. I give myself permission to change. Happiness is a choice, and I choose happiness. I am the creator of my own life. I deserve to have the best life. See you in the next lecture. 11. The Law of Patience and Reward. The Law of Patience and Reward claims that all your greatest successes require constant hard work. This means that you need to be patient regardless of your goals in life. If you expect immediate results, you will be very disappointed. Instead, take comfort that you have done the work, supposed to be doing what you were doing with your life, and trust the universe that it will come in divine timing. If you expect immediate large results, then your successes will be minor in comparison to what you are capable of achieving. Instead of thinking about the large, immediate result right now, instead enjoy the reward of knowing that you are doing what you are supposed to be doing with your current life, and trust the universe that in time, your successes will follow, because the universe always says yes to good and bad, so bear that in mind. To ensure positive future change, you must be very consistent with your karmic deeds and goals. You can't just eat healthy for a day and then eat junk food the next day. Consistent changes without expectation is key. So how can you work with the law of patience and reward? So write your main goals somewhere that you can see every day to remind you. Even on your phone screen, front page of your diary, or a piece of paper on the wall next to your mirror. It's entirely up to you. Find joy in all the work that you do and celebrate small steps and patting yourself on the back. I mean, I do that. if I really push myself, I pat myself on the back and say, well done. Ask your guides or your spirit team, or whatever you want to call them, ask them for the next step to keep you on the path without getting lost. And do some inner work. Find out what your purpose is. Look into your North Node, as I've explained in previous lectures. What challenges have you overcome in life, and how can you help others with it? Anything bad that has happened in your life that you really struggled to get over, and then you did get over it, now you can teach others with what you went through. The law of patience and reward, affirmations. So breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And repeat after me. I am patient. I am consistent with my goals. Everything I need comes to me at the right moment. I treat others with patience, kindness, and love. I am committed to my soul's purpose. Patience will achieve more than force. See you in the next one, guys. The law of significance and inspiration. This is a good law to reflect on when you need a motivational boost and you ever start to feel like you don't matter. This karma law stresses that every contribution you make will influence the whole. It doesn't matter if it's a large or small contribution. Whenever you make loving or creative contribution to the world around you, your act inspires positive behaviour from others, and then this will attract more positivity back into your life. You are significant. Without your presence, the energy of the universe would be altered. This law teaches you that every contribution you make will influence the whole, and it doesn't matter if it's as simple as just saying something nice to someone. It doesn't matter how small or large your contribution, it will always matter. When you make loving and creative contributions to the world and the people around you, you inspire positive behaviour back from others. This will then attract more positivity in your life. You'll be like a magnet for it. We all play a part and have something to contribute to this world. You have been born with a specific gift, mission and purpose, and only you can bring that into this world with your uniqueness. So how can you work with the law of significance and inspiration? Like I said in lecture, I don't know if it was the first or the second lecture, when I shown you how to write a love letter to yourself. So if you haven't, then do that, because that is also another thing that will link to another karma law. So write that love letter to yourself and remind you of your significance in this world. Remind yourself that you are loved and you are love. Make it your mission to figure out your gifts and purpose. If you are living your purpose, then the universe will help you every step of the way. Think about your contributions to the world, and can you contribute more? And surround yourself with inspiring people that want to grow and learn, but never compare yourself to them, because comparison is a thief of joy. If you compare yourself to others, you're cheating on who you really are. So always be mindful of the people that's in your energy. And the law of significance and inspiration, affirmations. You know what to do. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And repeat after me. I am significant in this world. I inspire others with my growth. I am unique. I am creative and loving. I am worthy. I matter. Right, guys, we will see you in the last lecture. Bye. And now we are on the last one. Now this one we are all guilty of doing. The Law of Judgement. This law is the one you need to be mindful of. When you say, how could anybody do that? Or, I wouldn't do that if that was me. You are basically asking the universe for that experience. This karma law isn't about punishment or reward. It's about understanding that when you judge someone, you will one day find yourself in a similar position. Or if you aren't in that position, someone very close to you will be in that position. You will then see why they made these choices, and you may even make the same ones. If not, you will see why they did. The Law of Judgement. So this law helps you understand that we are all wired differently and we don't all think the same. It's not fair to judge others because you don't know their subconscious of thinking and why they make the decisions that they make. Like the law of hospitality and giving, the universe will test and teach you on your beliefs. So if your belief comes from judgment, then the universe will put you or someone close to you in that position. So you will see why they did it. The universe is really not big on judging others. So how can you work with it? Practice empathy and notice your thoughts about others. Sometimes saying your opinion to others can come across as judgmental, but can also be something someone needs to hear. So when someone is telling you a story about something that you don't agree with, try practicing the 15 minutes of listening before having an opinion. And then in your mind ask yourself, is your opinion out of love or judgment? Deep down, your judgments are more about you than the other person because we are mirror reflections of each other. So practicing self-compassion will help you let go of these negative judgments. And practice curiosity. When you judge others, it can be based on a superficial information or partial facts. Talking to someone and learning who they are helps you gain more insight into their choices. So like I say, don't get people to understand you, understand them. And the last of the affirmations, in through the nose, out through the mouth. And allow the words in. And repeat after me. I don't judge others. I listen to others before I speak. I have compassion for myself and others. I reframe my thoughts when judgment comes in. I let go of negative judgments. I am mindful of my negative thoughts. Right, you have come to the end. Thank you so much for reaching the end. I hope you have learned all you need to know about karma, and I wish you all the happiness on your journey. Namaste.